Morning. A few bits to do today. I'm going to hopefully look at the plasma cutter. That'll be in the next video. But in this one, we're looking at the wife's Horsebox. So she's got a few little bits and pieces. There's a light not working, interior light. She said there's a roof vent that's stuck open, and I think I've got a fit number plate. So nothing too much, but we'll crack on and see how quick we can get it done. Okay, so first job is this light's not working. First time I've looked at it. It's a new trailer to us, or reasonably new, and Kaz has been complaining this isn't working. So first thing I can see is it's riveted on. Makes life more difficult. This is also riveted on from the back, so really I've got no access. So sticking my fingers out the back, I can see straight away. Yeah. I'll bring you in closer for this. So look in here, don't know if the camera will pick it up, but that is one of the wires, probably the negative, that is loose in behind there. So I'm going to have to try and find a way to pull that wiring down. Okay, stickies come off pretty easy. Yeah, so the top one looks like it's attached. The bottom one cannot gain access to. That's definitely loose, so it's definitely loose in there. Look, there you go, you can see it's snapped off, I think. Right, that is going to be a pain. Okay, so I'm going to grab, I think, the drill off these two. Should be able to then bend the light away, gain access to the back. What I suspect I'm going to have to do is re-solder that wire onto the back of the terminal. I've also got to find a bulb because Kaz broke it taking it out. So I will come back shortly. Right, okay, so plan here, I'm going to get the drill off these two rivets, try and bend that. It's quite thick, but hopefully I can just get enough access. Get a soldering iron or something in there, maybe poke the wire through the hole and solder from this side. Not really sure. I mean, obviously I could replace the light fitting, but that's actually riveted from the back anyway, so regardless of what I do, these two rivets come out. So what I want is a drill big enough to just knock the head off. Doesn't have to be the width of the head, something like that, perfectly fine. What I'm aiming to do is just drill through just the top of the head and pop off. Let's hope my drill's got some charge in it. There we go, one. There's two, so you can see head of the rivet has just been drilled off, leaves a toe in there. That just pops off apparently, didn't need to bend it at all, so that's good. So yeah, there you go. What's happened here? This joint is no longer attached. It's originally riveted on. You may be able to do something similar. Let's see what we've got in the garage. Oh. Wow. What have you done there? Broken the other one off. That's frustrating. But in that case, I think the best thing to do is take it to the garage and we'll do it in there. Make my life a little easier. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so plan here, I think. This one belongs here on this terminal, and this one actually broke off when I was taking it apart, so that belongs on this terminal here. So I think first thing I'm going to try and do is try and rivet it back on. I've got some rivets, so 2.5mm drill. I drill out this rivet, hopefully. It's actually spinning on the other side now, so we may be able to pull that through rather than making the hole too big. So yeah, that's one old rivet gone, belongs with that one. Carefully not to lose anything, and then we're going to go this one here, drill that one off. You can see it's bent. Just really have safety glasses on, but I don't. Yeah, it's slightly bigger on the drill size. That is now spinning. So I've got the rivet drilled through, but it's just spinning slightly in the hole. I haven't got a punch small enough, I know I haven't, to sort that out. So what I think I'll do is if I just move the camera slightly. Okay, so I think what I'll do here is I will try and just squash this rivet slightly. Now I've drilled it through. Yeah, it's very weak. Not really the right way to do it, you should punch it out, but I haven't got a small enough punch, to be perfectly honest. So once it's small enough to go through the hole, we should just be able to push it through. Doesn't quite want to go. Doesn't look far off. So it's not helped by the fact that we're going into plastic. I could drill it off this end as well if need be. It's not quite going yet, so we'll just see if we can run the drill through. That's going to be way more tricky now. That's not going to work. Okay, we'll run the drill through from the other side. Okay. That should really be the point where I want to come off first. Could really use a punch. That'll fit there, but I just don't have one. Just get a bit of leverage on there with something. Improper use of a screwdriver. I'm sure some of you will be very upset with me for that, but there you go, let's ping that off. So that's that bit. So it's actually quite thick there. This one's not too bad. I've got a rivet that'll fit in there. That one I might struggle with, but I can always use a small nut and bolt if I can't find anything else. So first thing I think I want to do is clean up these. They're a little bit rusty. So I've got a little bit of Scotch-Brite. A little touch of oil on there, nothing too much because I don't want to get too dirty. Good enough. So, next step really is to see if I've got a rivet long enough. So I'm aiming for putting a rivet down through this hole here. various rivets, all of which I think are too short. So, first things first, doesn't fit through the hole, which I'm amazed at. Yeah, I think we're going to need, I don't know, something. Right on the limit of length. I don't think that's going to do it. So yeah, I don't think of the rivet. It's going to be good enough in this case. So, next option, tiny nut somewhere in my magical drawer of disorganised chaos. Hopefully I've given you a bit of a better vantage point up there. So what I found is some very small nuts and bolts, and I want to thank a good friend of ours, Martin Coker, who passed away. When he did, he left me a lot of his bits and pieces, tools and equipment, and that's it's come from him, and I've used loads of stuff that he's given me. So you know, if you're out there somewhere, bud, thank you very much. What we're going to do is assemble using this nut and bolt. I may have to drill the hole out a bit more. Okay, let me grab a drill. Okay, I'm back. So what I need is about a 3mm drill. Not sure what size this drill is, so good old vernier calipers. Not really the right way to measure a drill, really. You should measure at this end, but I'm going to cheat. It's about 3.5, just over. Give me clearance, but possibly a bit too much. Too in front of me, a bit closer to what you want. Now this would obviously be more efficient. My drills are slightly more organised, but this is just a handy way to keep them all in one place. It means I don't lose them, which I'm good at doing. So run through there. Oh, I've got a bent drill, I think. Yeah, she's bent, so try a bit of a trick. I don't know if I've got any. A handy trick I learned once. If you've got a bent drill, there's a little way around it. What you do, it doesn't always work, and sometimes that's the drill, but drill's useless anyway. Get the drill spinning, kind of run it into the wood, and it'll straighten itself out. I'll see if I can demonstrate. Hopefully it'll work. See now? Just slightly bent, but straighter than it was. Perfect. A few different ways you can cut bolts like this. You can use a pair of snips because they're quite thin. So if you've got a good strong set of snips, you can cut bolts with them. Can't get the nut on. Look at that. There you go. Obviously I'll use a spanner when I do this final fit. For now, just to lift it up. So we can measure it. I need a pen. Okay, so got my pen. Still works, which is incredible. Gonna mark, come on, a couple of mil over, so we're in safety. Still just about to see the mark on the bolt, just going to cut it. This will leave the end of the bolt looking pretty bad, so one trick you've got to do is put the nut on the bolt first, because then you'll sort out the thread as you back it back off. So shove the nut all the way out of the way. That's the length we're aiming for. Okay, obviously the end of that then is pretty bad, so what we'll do, stick it on the grinder. Okay, so assembly time again. This part goes in here, that way up. Might just turn that down slightly. Just get the best contact we can with that. It's an odd way of transferring it, to be honest, but anyway, not the designer. Bolt goes in. Lovely. Washer on there. Washer will fit. Just holding the nut with my finger. Turning the bolt onto it. Everything wants to move, so we'll try and align it the best we can. That's pretty good. Okay, there we go. That's that one sorted. Perfectly good enough. Bolt fits in here. So next one, I think we can rivet, hopefully. See, the rivet's not formed brilliantly in there. Sort of folded over slightly. If this was something structurally important, I would take that out and do it again, but it's a light, it's together, that's good enough. So, next thing to do is take it back, see if we can get it to work. Okay, so I need to punch these rivets through. Let's see, here, these two here, I'm going to punch them through, attach the light, see if we can get it working, go from there. So, get that done. Okay, so the rivets out the hole. Just grab the light. Wire it back up quickly. I'm not 100% sure on these trainers, I can't remember, I'd have to check, but I think the white is negative and the brown is positive. It doesn't really matter for a bulb. That's connected up. Lights are on in the car. I've turned them on before giving it. Okay, there we go. One light done. assume there's a cover that goes over this. If there is, I've not seen it. Oh, there it is down there. Oh, it actually has an on-off switch. Got two rivets that are far too long, but again, I'll hold it on. That's all I've got. I'll have to do. There we go. Magic. Is that job complete? Okay. Next job is apparently stuck open. So let's get into that. Right, so I think what this is, these springs are just really stiff. We'll actually open and close. What I need is a bit of wire brushing, a bit of lubrication. One moment caller. Okay, well this is a safety glasses and drill job. So little wire wheel fits in the drill. We're going to eat this. I'm sure it's not very healthy. That one well. Let's try that again. Let's see if we have the drill going in the right direction. Obviously, these gloves aren't going to protect me much, so I'm going to keep my hands out of the way. The idea is literally just to attack that with this. A little bit, see what we get. What I've also noticed while I'm up here is that this is actually not sitting in the right place. It's broken. It really needs replacing, but for now I'm just going to try and move it back to where it should be. Need a big pair of pliers. Okay, just a pair of pipe pliers. To be honest, that's not brilliant, but it opens, closes. I think unless we replace it, it's the best we're getting. Okay, final problem, number plate. Kaz has tried to fit this herself, but one of the holes didn't line up. Right, so just gonna remove the plate for now, see what we've got. That got screwed. I think the problem is a height one. Put this more in the middle, so I think what's best to do is drill a couple of pilot holes. That's better, right? We'll get it in the middle. Want it under the number plate light. Hold it high. Go there and there. Should have bought the pen, but I didn't. So we'll just fix one side then the other, I think. Made a mark, drill a hole. Feels a bit blunt. Alright, very blunt drill. Let's see what else we got, shall we? One. So screw that one in. Tight. Just going to go straight through this one. Wonderful. Right, okay. Another screw. Wind it in. So, there we go. That is the Horsebox all ready to go. Kids are off competing this weekend, I think, so keep them and the wife happy. Another job done. Might get another one done today, so you might see a couple of videos come out. I know a few people have been asking about the tail lift, so that is still sat there waiting for me to get rid of the rest of this flatbed. You never know, we might get that done this weekend as well. Fingers crossed. Cheers.